Hello, everyone of the Twitch world. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. Today, we have the Skyward Sword Randomizer Remlits Tournament Group Lanayru. We have the KingsPride versus CubeDavid, and this is their game number 1. Tracking today, we have Jade Miniboo and Raystorm Thunder. Thank you for both volunteering. And on commentary today, we have myself and Pippi in a top hat. How's it going, Pippi?
Hi! How's it going? I'm good. I'm alive.
Me too.
Are you ready to see an incredible Lanayru match?
Oh, absolutely. Group Lanayru runners never cease to surprise me.
I feel like at this point, it's my goal to do comms for at least one match in every region. That's the goal. Hylia might be hard.
Yeah, we've only had one of those so far, and you know what? It's... Alright, they are gonna start in about 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Begin the run.
There they go.
Alright, going right in. We're gonna get our hints read.
Alright, we're going to Fire Sanctuary.
Baron!
Or...
And then, I'm so sorry, runners. I rolled you a Sanchin Fire Sanctuary.
How could you do this?
And
also, Magma Turf is dead? How are we gonna rush Eldon?
Mine is dead. No,
Floria's
Floria.
dead? How are we gonna rush Floria? I'm still gonna be sad about Floria being dead.
Sorted Eldon Volcano.
Okay, so we're back to rushing Eldon, right? We definitely need that one sword. Alright. Okay,
Hint says Volcano Summit on exit. Whoopsies.
Can we give a shout out to Pride is still reading the hints and just saw our hinted Tim on lower bombable, but also Fledge's item is claw shots? Am I the only one who just saw claw shots as our first item?
That's Pog. You
Yeah.
know, that's Path. That's Path right there.
Oh, that's our path! That's the other path! Oh my gosh.
That is our path.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess Zelda's Closet is in logic immediately, and Pride is going right there. Okay.
You know what? That makes me a little sad because Pride loves early Zelda's Closet.
Yup, and just skipping it because he's got claw shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Pride's got the Okami color palette going on his model.
Beautiful.
It's a really classy palette. Avoid ship path challenge if possible. Alright.
But doesn't have to warp to start out here.
Yep.
Right.
Makes it a little bit easier. There is, in fact, a ZSR3. There's also a ZSR4 and 5, I believe.
We have, is there 5? I think there's only 4.
I think is there only 4? Okay.
I don't think we've ever needed a 5.
I think there is a 5, but it's not used or something like that. Somebody told me that we...
I don't think it's used. I think it does exist. I think you're right.
We just camp the usernames.
You know, we have it in the event that we ever need it. There's a reason why it's ZeldaSpeedRuns _3.
Yep. Alright, so it seems David is also gonna go get inside Zelda's Closet, which, you know what? While you're here, I see nothing wrong with that logic. It seems that everything else in upper has been nothing, which, you know what? Who cares? We have claw shots. Upper already pulled its weight. It gets passed for me. But now it's time for the moment of truth. Is Pride going to Central or to Eldon? And I already know the answer. Why am I acting like I don't know the answer?
He's gonna go Central. It's Pride.
These guys. Oh wait, did he not do sparring hall yet?
No.
Ah, interesting routing choice for this. I guess if you're going to Central, like, a case could be made for that. I understand it. Seems David is also going to Central.
Well, with Magma Turf dead, that kind of does nerf the early Eldon just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, vanilla bottle.
Ooh. Go do that dead Fledge's crystals.
Fledge's Dudge.
Now, if Fledge's crystals was Tim, would you do it?
I'd wait until I had 2 bottles.
Yeah.
But yes. We can make that work. But Tim needs to be found. And this race, Tim can be found so easily. We know where Tim is. Somebody better stop for Tim. All right, Pride's committing arbitrage.
This is interesting. Normally, some people would delay Beetle until they at least, get 300 rupees or a little bit closer to it. But both of these runners just go.
Yeah, I mean,
I respect it.
I could say I personally would delay it until you come back for Oreo and Pero, because by then you probably will have picked up a bit more money. But you can peak everything, as it turns out. Though we can't afford those gratitude crystals. And gratitude crystals was all I had, so I guess it pays off this time. Oh, I'm like kind of amazed also that Pride did that before Potion Lady. With the fact that Potion Lady could give you money, like,
yeah,
I would usually assume Potion Lady first. Also, it seems that David is skipping doing Waterfall Cave right now to go do Oriel.
Pride's name in the Discord is Waterfall Cave.
Yeah, well, so he is going to Waterfall Cave. Yup.
So, I'm not really sure if David actively skips Waterfall Cave, but he could be trying to maybe gain an advantage by skipping it, or waiting until it's a little bit more optimal, or he's just skipping it, or he's just doing Pero.
Yeah, I think he's just coming back to do Oreo and Pero. Alright, Waterfall Cave, dead. Was that Was that Scale? That was Scale!
Scale!
For Dead Floria! Let's go!
For Dead Floria. If Shed Chest isn't pinging, do you even grab? I mean, I would still grab it, but...
Yeah, for ease of movement, I would.
Yeah.
Because you can do, like... First of all, I didn't see. I don't know if anybody pinged it. I'd take it partially because the Scale and Bellows locked Great Tree. Oh my god, did David got mushroom spores and forgot to give them to Oriel?
Oh,
no! Oh, that feels so real. That feels so real. I'm so sorry.
Whoops.
It happens.
Alright, we're heading to Eldon on Pride's side. We can get the first 7 checks. I think it's 7. And you can at least peek the ones above Magma Turf.
Yeah.
Aw, poor David. You know what? I've been there.
Oh, definitely.
Dig spot RBM?
Dig spot RBM!
Dig spot RBM!
I'm gonna... I do. I'm gonna wish upon him the luck I've had the past 2 days, where I keep getting mitts on dig spot RBM seeds. It would be slightly unoptimal here because honestly, like, mitts don't get you all too much and you have to go through magma turf to use them, but come on. Floria Waterfall is part of the Lake Floria items. So yeah, the item on High Ledge is also barren. If Lake Floria is barren. Oh, Shed Chest is pinging.
Alright, we are making a corrupt file as well. Classic pride.
Always a nice thing to have in Remlits, just when it takes so long to damage down.
Oh,
if you wind up having, like, 12 hearts going into Fire Sanctuary, oof. That being said, I don't think either of our runners made a bit magic file, and Fire Sanctuary would be, like, you know, the time to do it. If you're gonna use a bit magic file. Oh, it seems David is doing Waterfall Cave now and is going in backwards, which is gonna pay off this seed. Oh no. Change of plans.
Just
Bird.
Slightly. Well, we will need it later for Shed Chest, but... Oh, we're flying back. Oh, crystals!
Hey, it's not nothing. Oh, it seems we have changed plans. That's really smart, and we are landing in front of Waterfall Cave to just do it forwards. Unfortunate, considering this is one of the seeds where doing it backwards would save you a little bit of time, because the chests weren't pinging, but he doesn't know that, so... I like the play. I think it's a good route. Good recovery.
Chest here was pinging. Come on, Pride, you're leaving me in suspense.
Yeah, go get that chest.
Alright, what's in it? Is it the
Well,
sword?
we got... Ballad! Alright.
Okay.
That gives us some reasons to hopefully grab that sword. Oh, that sword. That one. That one. Specifically that one.
Okay.
Very nice. That's the sword we wanted to see. Oh, curse metal! Go get it!
Go get it!
Curse metal would be very bad this seed because we do have Fire Sanctuary. Ever get to that moment? Oh, Bugnet!
This seed is hype!
This seed is full of memes. Yeah, Curse Metal in Fire Sanctuary Seed is actually really bad because if you forget that you have Curse Metal, whoopsies!
It's not so bad if you're a central delayer, but and you get it early like this, but it definitely can.
See, my brain is a sieve and I just forget.
Alright. Ride seeing that item on cliff was dead and just leaving.
It seems we have a lot of crystals early. How are you feeling about Betrow?
You know, Pippi, you know it's gotta be bat 50, especially
Oh my god! It's gonna be bat 50!
It's gonna be bat 50!
Bat 50 is definitely not dead!
I think in this case, even though there's no beetle, I might rush Farron. I would do the sky first.
Farron Woods before G2, yeah, it could be a lot of things.
And I think there's a likelihood here that it's Mitts. Just given...
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything. But
Oh, we have double spiral charge pings.
It could very well just be Mitts, which we'd be able to clear the rest of Elden. Out of logic, but we'd be able to clear it.
Out of logic?
Yeah, because you can't get to all the dig spots without a bow or slingshot.
Oh, right. Right.
Logically.
Well, nothing for us in Lumpy Pumpkin. It seems like Pride has his heart set on Lanayru first, which...
Interesting.
Yeah, Oh, and David's going straight to Farron's. We get to see both! I love it.
Right.
I love it. Oh no,
he's
just kidding.
saving-
He's going to Oriel. Forgot he didn't do that.
Honestly...
Oh!
Oh no!
Oriel! No, not the volcano bounce!
Okay,
Oh.
that should have gone in. Game.
Volcano Island
Game.
sucks.
Game, that was mean.
Slash the tiny mushroom! Yes.
Yeah!
Always slash the tiny mushroom if you can. Alright, now he's probably gonna go do all of Boreal and Pero. Yes, we have visited Waterfall Cave. We got a water dragon scale.
We got a water scale in Waterfall Cave.
Yeah.
It's a little ironic. No, but with Mine's Dead, you know, you can full clear caves and do, you know, roughly half of desert.
Yeah, you can peek
Almost.
what's in Gorge, grab the save statue, and then go poke around in desert. I do definitely see...
Would still go Farron first, but...
Yeah, especially with the path hint. If you can pick up, like... That path hint could be a lot of things. And if you can pick up bombs by some miracle in Farron, now you're just full clearing Lanayru practically.
I love this divergence. Divergence
Yeah.
is like this make watching races more fun. Alternatively, when people have the same routing, it's just as interesting.
When people have the same routing, it becomes like a wild nail biter. Ooh, on my screen, they just like were exactly in sync. Yeah, just. Alright, we do have an upper bombable ping. Also, shoutouts to Mines being dead because, way more convenient.
Mine's is awful.
Seems like David's going straight for item in Great Tree, which... Valid, you can... Oh no! Claw shots! Stop being stupid. But... You can grab that, and I don't know, does David know... That you can like jump slash to get one of the items, can't you? Oh, that's a beetle.
Oh, that's a beetle.
That's a beetle.
Alright. Well, now you can, you know, do more than just peek.
Well, inside Great Tree is pinging, so...
That sucks. I hate that chick.
Triforce is weird? I don't know how the Triforce works.
Oh, it's Spiral Charge.
Oh, we're gonna need that.
We're gonna need that beetle.
Oh, we're jumping down. Jumping down. That's an interesting choice, because I don't think he tried to peek the other one. And I thought that item inside Great Tree was pinging.
Is it the first one or the second one that you can get with the jump slash? Because there was a strat recently found, I think, by Ray and Jade, who also
Our
have
wonderful
trackers.
trackers! Yeah. He might be planning to just warp back when he has Beetle to save a little trouble. But that leaves us in suspense for so long. We're not gonna know what's there. We're curious. Oh, we're making use of that Water Dragon scale for movement. That's interesting and a little rare. And that's Bomb Bag! Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, both of these runners finding
Get
something that
Tim!
will make the
Get Tim!
Get Tim!
I'm sorry! All commentary got... Tim! Hit Tim!
go, David!
Thank you, David. Thank you, I needed that. I needed that in my life. Oh, we're going back up Great Tree. He might be planning to go back up to Great Tree and try to jump off in the direction of Upper Bombable, because I believe that was pinging. But yeah, this is really interesting that Pride went to Desert and immediately got Beetle, which will speed up Farron, and David went to Farron and immediately got Bombs, which will speed up Desert.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, we're going real combat mode on David's side. We pulled out the shield.
I have adjusted the audios a little bit, so hopefully that is a little bit better.
Oh, that's Cave's Key.
Okay, hear me out. Cave's Key path to G2.
Yeah.
For Whip and Sandship.
Okay.
For Skydive Chest.
Oof, that would suck. Why do you want our runners to experience pain?
You know what? It's the excitement of life.
Oh, we got rough brake slide. Come on, you got it. Oh, brake slide. Maybe?
Just a little bit short. That brake slide is rough.
It could be chest after bombable wall, but that would be almost worse.
Finding bomb bag here is really nice for David, because he's going to be able to, 1, peek everything, and 2, clear everything else.
Also, finding bomb bag here is really good for David, because he got Tim, and Tim makes me less lonely.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, if Pride doesn't get Tim, I guess we know who wins.
Mm-hmm. Pride,
for anyone watching, yes, that is a joke.
Okay. Ooh, that's important.
That means
Sandship.
with Cave's Key, you could go do the first half of Sandship. You probably don't. You probably greed out for Whip. But
yeah, you could.
I mean,
it seems
there are worlds where Treasure Room is just dead. I know because I've lived it.
Yeah, there are. There are also worlds where I forget that Whip walks half of Sandship and just wander in like a dum-dum. That happens. It seems David is going to Eldon, which, you know what? With bombs, not a terrible choice. You can get all the way up Eldon and set yourself up for when you come back with mitts. And you don't have to go through Magma Turf. Which, considering that Magma Turf is dead...
That's actually really helpful. Now, I think, honestly, Lanayru, David's going to be able to almost pretty much full clear Lanayru.
Yes.
Besides back of Fire Node, but I didn't see if it pinged on Pride's side.
I don't think it was pinging, but I might be wrong.
Which, if it wasn't pinging, that's great for David.
Yeah.
Unless we find another beetle somewhere here in Eldon.
I did not realize that Pride had skipped Rhina.
Yeah, there was an issue with the file select,
during
the RDM, so...
Oh no, did he... Okay, so...
Yeah, he didn't
fun
go in
fact.
on file 1.
If you go in with a corrupt file or click on, like, open the splash screen to make it look at file 2 too fast when you have a corrupt file, it'll delete Rhina's text, and then you can't talk to her and you can't get the flag. It just sets her to a different state, and it's really annoying.
It's really easy to do, too.
Yup, it's a really quick and easy mistake to make, and just go, oh, welp, I guess we're not peeking Rhina.
Alright, David getting valid in that sword.
and peeking at curse metal.
Are we getting bat 30?
Oh, we're getting bat 30. That should work, Jade. I've never tried it. I think I've always just
I don't know.
called it a lost cause. Bat 40? Oh, you're right. Pride's Tracker says bat 40.
Oh, I guess we do have 40.
That's not terrible, but you know, Go Mode's gonna be on bat 50, so.
Yeah, I think when you have an untouched region, going to Betro is an interesting choice, but like,
it could pay off.
There's so many people that gamble bat 50. I don't think it's a bad decision at all. Money?
Oh.
And
a very well done bomb throw on David's part. Skipped the whole walk around area with the pyre-ups.
So, something I'd like to point out.
Yes.
Is that Betro is 4 checks, right?
Yes.
Our Barons are all 4 checks or more. So Betro could very likely just be dead and it just prioritized mines over it. But the fact that nothing was on any of those, it increases the likelihood that bat 50 is actually something, which makes me a little scared for Pride.
Yeah.
When you have Baron hints of like this magnitude of 5 checks, 4 checks, 8 checks.
Ooh, there's another sword.
That's white sword. That's good.
Yeah, that's white sword and ballad, so that means we've got we're skipping the other 2 checks, which, you know what? They are not actually in logic for David right now. That's not super out of left field. Because claw shots does not count as a projectile in this instance.
A distance activator, if you will.
I mean, claw shots can activate things from a distance. Just sometimes that activation includes murdering a Boko, and claw shots don't do that.
You know what? I believe in Thunderhead. Thunderhead is gonna have a beetle and mitts. Calling it.
Honestly, not a terrible choice to just go get Thunderhead out of the way, because, like,
Thunderpog.
You're probably gonna have to come in back and do it at some point, and like, you do have access to literally every check. And like, yeah, you don't have logical access to every check, but you do have access.
David?
Yeah. I was gonna try to land on the bridge.
Little far up there, buddy. But I you know what? I'm here for it.
Yo, can we do the mythical puzzle skip? I want to see puzzle skip live on CSR.
How about you do that in our race, Pippi?
I'm gonna be using that 4-hour estimate to try to get halfway to getting puzzle skip once. Puzzle skip, by the way, not RTA viable. Ridiculously stupid. Very difficult. You, like, jump on a platform while it's moving somehow. It's wild.
As bomb bag for the KingsPride?
That do be bomb bag.
Alright, and we'll see what's in Thunderhead.
Alright, 3 whole checks. 3 whole checks. 3 whole checks. With a skyward stab, too.
Beautiful.
Got the swag strats. Alright, now
Pride
can go get this.
Yeah, he can go get Spiral. Oh, Mitts!
Mitts?
Did I just call this? If there's a beetle in that other chest, I'm leaving. I've peeked.
I'd quit while you're ahead.
Quit while I'm ahead, yep.
Requirements to beat the game in these settings are, we need all 3 pieces of the Triforce, which neither of our runners have found either of them. We're gonna need the True Master Sword, which Pride currently needs 3 more swords, and David needs 2. And we're also going to need to beat both of our required dungeons. And required dungeons for this seed are Fire Sanctuary and Sand Ship, which are generally our two longest dungeons. They have the most requirements to get into, but we do have a lot of the requirements to get into Sand Ship already. Oh, and get the harp. Nobody's found harp yet. Thank you, Gold.
That's a charge for Pride, with a double pinging, spiral
Yeah,
charge
did
rocks.
Pride also not go and check the other one?
No, he did. He just
He
blew
did?
the-
Oh, okay, I missed it. Sorry, I was looking at the other scene. Did David find a harp?
found Ballad.
Yeah.
So he found a song, which in the rando Ballad, just having Ballad opens Thunderhead. You don't need to play anything.
Yeah, it also allows for Gorko's. Oh no, Pride missed.
Slightly too
Well,
far
Death
away.
Warp is not terrible from this position. But Ballad also unlocks the check Gorko's Wall Reward if you have harp. Still don't have to play a song. You just gotta strum. But we do not have harp. But it is not hinted dead. It is often hinted dead. And it is not today, so...
Can I make a comment?
Yeah, what's up?
I think the sound of the bombs hitting the mushrooms is one of my favorite sounds in the whole wide world.
Wow, wow.
Wow.
Wow, wow. Wow, wow.
So Beetle David is about to get. It's on the chest here in Caves. Mitz was in Thunderhead, and Bo was in Desert on Fire Node Shortcut Chest.
Yep.
I think.
Now, both Pride and David are in some interesting, really solid ground because they're both retreading a region with the proper items, so we're gonna get to see some more checks. However, I think David's... Oh, no! Inside Great Tree is being really rude. David also has, a bit of a leg up on this one because, he's gonna be able to go straight to Sand Ship if he wants to. So if he finds Whip, he's kind of just good to go for Sand Ship. Ooh, mushroom. Wow, wow, wow.
I love the sound. I can't explain it. I just love it.
It's just, like, Zelda games in general have really, really good sound design. My personal favorite is Wind Waker for that, of, like, there's nothing better than just, like, the sounds Wind Waker makes. But, Skyward Sword still got some very, very good ones. I feel like Wind Waker really got the character sounds down.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh! Alright.
Oh, I thought this was a bottle. I forgot it was Caves Cave.
Honestly, a lot of trouble to get to that, but a pretty worthwhile prize.
It is required. Alright.
David is making his way through Lanayru now. We're doing what I would generally call the backwards circuit. I had to see what was pinging.
I'd like to point out, Pride has not grabbed Tim yet.
Pride! Tim!
Pride!
Now! Well, you can go do Deep Woods first. You just gotta do Tim at some point. Come on. He has tracked Tim on his tracker.
Yeah, there's a Robo for having tracked him.
Robo, absolute legend. Adding an option on the official, well, is it official? I have no idea. Adding an option on the tracker we all use for track Tim. I use it all the time. It's my favorite setting. Okay, he's going to upper bombable. So next up is a lower bombable, right? We're going to upper bombable, then we're going to lower bombable.
Yes, of course.
This is a valid progression. This is good routing. I believe.
Can see if the back pinged or not.
Yeah, if the back pings, that's kind of unfortunate.
I mean, but I think that's the only thing you can't do here, so...
Yeah. Nope. Doesn't look like it.
I think it's just shortcut?
Wild.
Although I know David will re-ping these nodes.
Yeah.
I know he will.
Which, honestly, really valid choice.
Yep,
Is Pride
no,
not going to lower bombable? Pride.
Pride!
Listen, do we need to talk? It looks like David is opting for the free ride on the Amplis shell instead of the gross break slide. Oh, that's a sword!
So...
Where was Valid?
David have the... Oh,
David has the one
in Eldon.
Yeah, in Eldon. So we both have white sword, but we don't have the same sword. All right, there's David's bow. That's gonna be important.
David Bowie.
We do have David Bowie.
We have David Bowie.
All right, Pride. Remember, don't do backwards Floria. You don't need to. Floria is dead. I'm very sorry.
Oh, we're walking towards it. No.
Pride.
Pride.
Yes.
It's
importance
okay.
for
It's okay.
for anybody less familiar with the game, it does say they have 4 swords, but we started with 2 swords, so they have found 2 each. They both found the same first sword and different second swords.
Ground control to Major to Momo. Golden what?
Ground control to Major to Momo. It doesn't really work with the syllable structure, but you know what? Oh, we are leaving Lanayru. I appreciate, Fodder, that, yes, we have confirmed 4 Swords Adventure. This is really interesting, because I feel like nobody's really pulled ahead incredibly.
I wonder
like,
if
they've
David's
taken
going to grab
very...
Spiral Charge.
Yeah, maybe.
Fire
That's
Shield Earrings?
Fire Shield Earrings, that's required.
Can we logically get into Fire Sanctuary now?
Yes. I do believe so. Because we got a bottle. We don't have Hook Beetle, so we can't logically complete Fire Sanctuary. No, we don't have Magma Mitts. We only have Digging Mitts. Lol.
Yeah, Spiral Charger's path.
We can still get in. Alright, we've got our Spiral Charge. And he's probably gonna go pick up that sword while he's here. Just a real quick. Yeah, Skyward Sword Randomizer does have a very open beginning. Oh, Bellows? That... Oh,
Technically required. Logically required.
Logically required. This is also... We pretty much have everything except for Magma Mitts to do the more restrictive checks in Fire Sanctuary. So... Interesting. And now we have Pride going to go get his mitts.
I mean, did I or did I not call mitts here? That's all I'm saying.
You did. You did.
I am the greatest. I'm just kidding.
The greatest commentator we have here is ESR, right here, everyone.
Yep,
Tomodachi. Nope. You can't turn this against me.
Listen, I am fluff commentary. Alright, so, there was
I'm just fluff.
Shoot, So the last sword is in Sandsea.
Yes.
So, probably, you know, go clear, Sandship and then go find that. But other than that, that's the last sword we need. So, we're looking for Harp, 3 Tringles, and anything else we might need to beat the dungeons.
Oh, a rude spiral charge rock on David's side. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we have no Tringles, which is a little concerning, because those can be literally anywhere, because they don't actually unlock any checks. So, at least, like, there's a couple places where sword can't be. With Summit not hinted dead, though, there are Summit checks to be had. So those Fire Shield earrings will unlock a bit.
David is heading to
other Spiral Charge Rock. Yeah, I think.
Pride is rich.
Pride,
I'm
got
curious
that
if
money.
David will go to Sandship or if he'll go do the Elden Dig spots.
Yeah, because he does have access to both. He does have Whip, so... Oh, Rude Rock. You can clip into that rock if you have Spiral Charge, if you jump off a bit early. Ooh. But it can be a little bit finicky. It's not super precise, it's just a little bit wonky.
It's really funny, too, because it only works if you have Spiral Charge, but if you have Spiral Charge, there's really no reason to clip into the rock. Other than the fact that it might be a little bit faster.
It's, like, technically a little bit faster, but also there's a possibility of, you soft locking, technically. So, be careful. Be careful, because the game is not great about knowing that you're on safe ground there. And so, if you void, things get rough. It seems Pride is going to Elden, which, solid play. We do really want that whip before going to Sandship, typically, and there's a lot of checks in Elden. Let's see where David's off to. Probably also Elden, or possibly Skyloft.
I think he's checking item in Bird Nest.
Oh, interesting.
Also, Pride will be able to get the 2 checks above Magma Turf, which we have not seen yet.
One of them was a bottle. There are item checks in Beetle's shop. We do, in these settings, there are 5 item checks in Beetle's shop. There are 3 that cost 100 rupees, 1 that costs 300 rupees, and 1 that costs 50 rupees. But we have already seen what all of them are, and there is some crystals for 300 rupees if you want a really expensive trip to Patro. But often useful. Oh, we're doing Malara too. We're really not putting off those Skyloft checks.
Brad's gonna get his Master Sword.
Gotta feel good, gotta feel good.
And David, just doing some dusting.
I should do some dusting. My tchotchkes could use a spruce. Or maybe a pine. In these settings, the highest amount you would need for Betro is 50 crystals. You start with 20, So Betrow is guaranteed to give you 2 dead checks because he gives you 1 for 5 and 1 for 10, but both of them are dead in these settings because you start with 20. But then he's gonna give you 2 at 30, 1 at 40, and 1 at 50. And if you had more turned on, it can go up to 80. But that would require getting loose gratitude crystals, and
No.
would it not?
No, I'm not golden.
How many does it go up to with loose gratitude crystals?
Oh, no, I was saying I wouldn't grab loose.
Oh, yeah, no, but 80 would require loose.
yeah, it would require 80. Sorry, I was just making fun of golden.
Okay, I was like, I thought I knew what I was talking about. Maybe I don't. CSR's best commentator is telling me I'm wrong.
I was throwing deserved shade at Golden Devil.
Listen, Golden, me too. Yeah, they're just kind of around. All right, we're gonna see. Oh, that's our harp.
That's our actual harp.
That is good to have. We like a harp. Harp is important. Yeah, that's mostly circumstantial. Alright, it seems David is a quick hop and step behind, but is gonna go check those beetle lock checks real quick.
Both these runners take in very different routes to end up at the exact same spot.
Yeah, they're not quite holding hands. They're reaching for each other in the dark.
The only, I think, difference between them is David clearing a few more of the bomb checks in Desert.
Yes. But because of the way that they got into Desert, also, like, they both should have the same skydive checks and skydive checks, the same bird statue checks done, so they should be able to get back to the same place. And is David going straight to Summit? Yo.
Is David going Fire Sanctuary?
David rushing Fire Sanctuary?
That would be a play. That would be a play.
That's a strong power move.
Who knows?
I'm here for it. He doesn't have Magma Mitts, but you can get all but 1 check in Summit without Magma Mitts if you're comfy doing some bit.
He's probably just getting the statue since he's here,
Oh.
but...
Nope, you're just checking that 1 check.
Oh, okay. I feel like once you're... even though you're there, you can just maybe grab the water anyways, but...
I mean...
How many bottles
Bolton, I would be comfortable doing Fire Sanctuary without Hook Beetle, but I'm also comfortable doing Fire Sanctuary without Magma Mitts. And forget that Magma Mitts are a technical requirement to complete Fire Sanctuary, and also just really like doing Bit. So... you might have to come back. Alright, and now we have Pride going up to do Summit. I don't think... we didn't pick anything else up on the dig spots, did we?
It was just the crystals.
So... I don't know, maybe go to Sandsea? It feels bad going to Sandsea without Whip. This is probably a good decision, so you don't have to re-enter the area. And as Golden mentioned, you can just run in, get the bird statue, and then leave, which is, it seems, what Pride is doing next. Unless Pride is trying to go do some nonsense and shenanigans to
He knows
poke around in
most of the
fire.
bit interactions.
He does. He spends too much time with me.
Trying to ping that. Alright, so it's something. It's not pingable. Because there are rupees down there, so it's hard to ping rupees.
Feed them thirsty frogs. Very nice. One shot, one kill, trick bomb throw from David. We love to see it. He's been on it with the bomb throws. Oh, we are just checking the statue. We're not doing bit. Crying. First you don't get Tim. Next you don't do all my silly bit and make poor routing decisions for me. Pride. Pride.
Pride heading back to Lanayru.
Yep, and he's gonna have to go. Did he ping Lightning Node? Because Lightning Node was pinging dead.
I don't think so.
It. So he's probably gonna have to go back and, yep, straight to North Desert. Very nice on David's side also, getting the,
Ooh, nice.
The smooth side hop down to go grab his harp. Or no, we're just traversing through the top of LMF. Got it. So I guess he did ping Lightning Node? Assumedly. Oh, he didn't have bombs, so he couldn't do rescue the beetle.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
that's right.
David is doing the harp locked check in Skyloft of getting item from Colin. Oh, don't worry, Heidi. We're doing some goofs and memes. They are probably pretty even right now. However, we had a hinted meme item that David went and picked up, and Pride ignored and broke my heart. So
yeah.
Oh, that's whip.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh, that's
is
big.
Huge. Okay, I imagine David goes and does this anyways next, but that definitely helps.
Yeah, no, that's big. That opens up
Because
pretty much full clearing Sandsea. There's 2 checks out of logic in Sandsea still, but
do it.
yeah, Pride is more than capable of doing some quick beetle skips.
Yes. Tim the Tumbleweed, he's cold and alone in that darkness behind that rock, and it's all Pride's fault.
He's in a little rocky prison. Pride didn't free him.
You know what the rock is cooking? A tumbleweed.
Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Oh, wait, yeah, David had bombs. Why didn't he?
I think he just might have forgotten that he had access to it. He's really
Maybe.
pushing these harp checks.
Yeah, he's gonna do Gorko and...
Yeah, we're gonna get to see some art. David is gonna participate in some fine artistry.
You ever wanted to draw an arrow?
Yes, all
Using
the time.
motion controls.
Yes, literally every day. Okay, do we get a big chonky arrow or do we get a tiny cute arrow? And does it have fletching? This is the real personality test. How do you draw an arrow? I would call that big chonky arrow.
Yeah, that was pretty big and chunky. I do it like that.
I do a tiny, like, very, very, compact, adorable arrow.
Yeah, we do have Sandship and Fire Sanctuary. That's my fault. I'm sorry. All I did was hit a button.
Momo, how could you?
I hit a button in race time. What do you want from me?
Yo, slingshot! That's good for Fire Sanctuary, specifically if you want to do all the bit. And for about no other reason.
Hopefully David realizes he forgot that check.
Yeah.
I feel like if he had not forgotten it, Sandship would already, like, maybe be done on his side.
Yeah. Because at that point, yeah, you just rush Sandship.
He is still actively clearing checks, which is still good.
Yes.
That doesn't put him behind by any means. It's just a matter of, does he know that he skipped it or not?
Yes.
What's a bit? A bit is a burrito iguana tattoo.
It's a very specific look, but it is a look. Again, the side snipe for Pride. Very nice. Alright, I think he's going back for it now. So that's not a huge deficit on David's side, but a little bit unfortunate. Definitely not insurmountable.
Let's forget I ever said burrito iguana tattoo.
Oh, wait. David might be going straight to Sandship without whip.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh,
no.
I'm scared.
That could be a little bit of a detriment.
Yeah, that could be scary. That could be scary. Please run straight. No, 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 stop turning left! Stop turning left! Please have that sun and big brain moment. Yeah, that's a rough one. Alright, Pride is being careful with the pings to go and do masked skip, which in these settings is baby easy.
Not sure what he's pinging right there.
I think he's trying to double check that Stern is not pinging. So it doesn't matter what that ping is, just that it's not. Alright, so we need the ship to be in the present to get that chest. But in order to skip the mast, we just use that save statue to go outside and re-enter, and it skips the entire mast sequence. However, you do have to be a little bit careful, because if you, like, open a chest and then die in Sandship after doing mast skip, it undoes what you've done, which is, certainly something. This is a rough bit of a seed, though, that we're almost an hour in and we're just getting our first runner, like, actually meaningfully entering a dungeon. And shoutouts to David for slapping the boat. Also no cheese, that is true. This is a lactose intolerant free stream. Wait. A lactose free accommodating? I spoke wrong. I don't know how we got the lactate. Tasty.
What did I just come back to?
I'm selling lactate.
Awesome.
Don't tell anyone I'm abusing my platform to sell lactate. Don't tell OSHA. They're never gonna sponsor me now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean lactose intolerant free. I don't know what I meant. We got almost holding hands on Skirvo, though. It's interesting to rush Skirvo, because Sandship is kind of interesting that you can really do Skirvo, and boss key chest whenever. Like, you can leave them to the end and... Oh, second bow.
That's a vanilla bow.
That is a vanilla bow. That's my favorite flavor of bow. Actually, that's a lie. I like chocolate. Alright, so Pride is continuing deeper into Sandship and can check all of the treasure room checks, which David cannot at the moment. That Boko on Pride's side was giving me agita. Oh, okay. So, of note, David can complete the dungeon. That is the only thing we needed to complete the dungeon. And David does have access to that check. We'll have to see. Cannot hear the commentators. Oh dear. Oh, I'm back. Hello.
Am I back too?
I have returned. We're good? We're good. We're good. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
I don't know either. But it fixed itself. So
That's how tech works.
can I be heard?
Yeah, I think you can be heard.
Okay.
I think. Can we hear Momo? Momo is talking.
Hello.
Well, not currently, but. We got both? Yes.
Right.
Okay, wonderful. We are both
We're
back.
good.
Happy 1 hour.
I know what I'm doing as a restreamer, I swear.
I just swear. Not on restream, but I do.
Alright, I should go back to the commentary page.
It seems that, excuse me, I've been taken over by the yawns. David is leaving Sandship to go do the rest of the Sand Sea, and we'll be back. Oof, we got 2 whiplock checks that are pinging that David cannot get.
David's thinking Whip might be on the Moblin chest though.
Oof.
Which is an awful spot for it. However, I've had it be there before. This is not the best for David by forgetting that check. Because even though Sandship is beatable, I think there were pings in Treasure Room, and Brig wasn't hinted.
Yeah. So, we are gonna see what those checks are. Pride's gonna snoop them for us. And he already has set up to do Brig as well, so we're gonna get to see what all of those are. If Treasure Room is just bait, then David probably would have made up some time by just finishing out the dungeon. Oh, taking the shield over. Was it this chest pinging or was it cactus pillar? He seems pretty confident that was this one. Oh, that's a beetle? Okay, so
It was a cactus pillar.
It was not cactus pillar, so it was only the one whip lock check here. So, skydive believers. It'll be a sword again. It'll be a sword again. It'll be another goddamn sword.
He is mean. I'm so sorry to these runners. Well, the great part is David will be able to deduct if it is a sword or not based on Pirate's Fortress.
Yes.
Because if there's a sword in Pirate's Fortress, he's good.
Alright, Pride is peeking our treasure room checks while getting combination lock, which is pinging.
Down, up, down, right.
Bomb top, bomb right. I will also be deducting the True Master Sword on my taxes.
Ooh, Tringle!
Tringle?
Tringle?
Oh, my stream is behind.
Yeah, it did it. I just refresh.
Okay, we're fixing it.
It had a little bit of a skip, so.
Oh, now it's so loud. Go back to normal. There we go. All right, that's our first Tringle, and that is also, once again, a check that David does have access to. So we haven't run into whip problems quite yet. And David is making his way up there with the hook beetle. These are supposed to be quick beetle lock checks, but if you are a little bit careful with your kill planes, you can grab them without. Oh, and we have attract the ire of the keys.
I hate these keys.
They suck.
Those specific keys.
I usually do the nose from the ground so that they don't bother you during the nose. Oh, that's Magma Mitt.
Ooh!
That's our
Magma
Magma Mitt.
Mitts.
Those were... Yeah.
I think the only way David gets really screwed here is if that sword is in that whip chest and he doesn't know what he skipped.
Yep. We do have a check in Pirate Stronghold, so... If this is sword, we don't know what is whip locked. It could be a Tringle. Alright, let's see. These are the checks that David does not have access to. What we got?
Chest number 2 and chest number 4.
Mighty scatter shot.
Slingshot.
Oh, just
on the edge
kidding.
of my seat right now. That's that's Pride's first slingshot.
Fate.
All right, just
Brig?
crystals and
David might be lucking out here. We have one more chance though. That
see what this is. No, David, that was pinging. I think it was that one.
it might have been the
Maybe
one
I'm
behind
wrong.
it.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't have
I'm always wrong with that.
I don't have David's audio on, so
Is he still on treasure dowsing?
it shouldn't be pinging at all if he's on treasure dowsing.
If there's a treasure in the chest, it will.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. But that was a wooden shield, was it not? Wait, did I see that correctly? That means... Oh, yep, he had the wrong dowsing item on. Oh,
David,
that's unfortunate.
David, check your
but-
dowsing.
Check your dowsing!
Oh, there it is. He's checking it. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, he is gonna have to go back, it
He's gonna have
seems,
to
to
go back.
that other one, which is unfortunate, but that means that whip was not required in Sandship. Everything there was bait, so...
What was on break?
It was a wooden shield. So,
So, if this is the sword, he might be fine. It's the sword. Scott Epchest is the sword he needs with.
oh gosh. Well, it's not as bad as having to go back and do all of Treasure Room.
Yeah.
If he can skip Treasure Room, then he is making up a bit of time via luck. However, he is, it seems, just leaving Zancy. Which you could also death warp your way out of that situation. Yeah, doing the whip hunt here is gonna be quite costly. But we do know that that sword is hard whip locked now. Well, not actually hard whip locked. You could do an RBM, but it's slow and oh, he's gonna go do bat 50. We're gonna get to see what bat 50 is.
Oh yeah, we're grabbing the crystals.
He didn't see any of bat 30 or 40, so this is not a terrible play. Meanwhile, Pride is going to fight our wiggly friend Tantalus, who wants to wiggle with me. It do be kind of wiggle time. Where are my wiggles? There are my wiggles.
No, that's whoa, that's not right.
Wait, I got extra wiggles. We can get more wiggles! We almost had a pyramid.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
Jim doesn't get a choice about participating in the wiggling. We made the choice for him.
Oh, Pride got grabbed.
Yeah, Pride got a little close to one of the side tentacles.
Alright, we're just gonna see all this money. Money, money, money.
Alright. That bat 50 was, it seems, our quick beetle.
It's bait.
So, it's super helpful right now, Patro. Oh, that should have hit. Tantalus. Tantalus with the blorps.
Bait tro. Yeah.
Alright. Oh, we're blowing Tantalus's eyeball
Honestly,
with the gas bellows.
I do think David is gonna go Vocal Base and then Fire Sanctuary.
Well, we're gonna see some interesting different routes once again.
Because at the very least, we know that that side of the seed has 2 trickles.
Yeah, because we don't have a whole ton else in Logic at the moment, because we've kind of done a lot. The fact that it makes the blorp sound when you miss with the gust bellows is... facial expression. That is true. We could have both Tringles could be on finishing Sandship, in which case Pride would just have to go to Skippers and then hit go. That would be really bad for David.
That would suck for David.
It would be really funny, but it would be really bad for David. And for David's sake, I hope that is not the case.
If I rolled the second Barren Fire Sanctuary of this seed and it was just not hinted, I'm gonna cry. Because we had a hinted Barren Fire Sanctuary once already in this tournament. I think it's unlikely at this point, though.
All right, Momo, very important question.
What's up?
If you had a big old plushie of Tantalus, would you give it a snuggle?
I would, absolutely. 100%.
He does look like a little snuggly buddy. Ooh, mean Tantalus. Yeah, the first one is pretty, I wouldn't say free, but is pretty easy to pick up as a trick. The second one, he can kind of give you a very widely varying window of sometimes you have as much time as you want to like wind up and do the full charge shot, and sometimes he's just mean and he says no and he gives you the tiniest window possible. That's Bo%. Let's hear it for Bo%.
Don't hit the cube. I know your name is CubeDavid, but don't hit the cube.
Don't hit my favorite goddess cube. Don't you hit it. I believe in you.
I'm gonna start
I know you already
cube
passed
warp,
that,
David warp.
You just warp to David. Go say hi. Oh.
Crystal?
Not Triforce. And not Triforce. Okay. That's good for David. I almost thought that Pride was gonna hit save and quit. Yeah, David is up a bunch of checks, but is unfortunately still down a dungeon at this moment. And Pride is going to be able to go over and grab that sword. And David's going to have to go back out here to grab some water. Because remember to hydrate, everyone. Hydration is important.
I will
Oh,
hydrate instead of dihydrate.
He poured it back out. He didn't like that water. It had some yucky in it. Got better water. Shouts to Pride for getting through the scary cave with no problems.
I do agree, that if David quickly finds these two Tringles,
yeah,
he's gonna skip Treasure Room, which will save him a lot of time.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but it will save him time.
Yeah. Being able to skip Treasure Room and Brig would be pretty strong if he can essentially go mode the dungeon. And just, you know, go in, grab. That's a Tringle and a fairy. Go in, grab his boss key, go straight to end, ignore the rest. Because Sandship is a very fast dungeon to go mode. Aw, shoutouts to Pride for finding my favorite layering error! I love that layering error.
Now, something that would be slightly unfortunate is David is probably going to full clear Fire Sanctuary here.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for that whip and looking for that, what we know to be the last Tringle. But even if he were to find that last Tringle, he's still going to be, you know, searching anyways, which is not the greatest.
Knowing that the sword is whip-locked is kinda rough. It seems we are going forwards in Fire Sanctuary. We'll see how Fire Sanctuary plays out. Is this a forward seed or a backward seed? There's our sword. We knew that was there. Alright, now Pride is gonna go and find his Magma Mitts in Pirate's Stronghold, assumedly.
I mean, I imagine he does the same thing and just goes Boko Base into Fire Sanctuary.
Yep.
Although he did hit the statue, but I don't really see a world where you skip Boko Base.
Yeah, it would be risky. Oh, that's key. That's gonna be strong for Pride if he can find that other Tringle decently quickly. That, like, okay, so here's a question for you. At what point, and I don't think Pride knows the RBM off the top of his head, but what point would it be correct to hit go mode partway through Fire Sanctuary and just death warp to beginning, and then go and, like, oh, that's a Tringle.
Yeah, I don't think Pride's go mode.
Yeah. Personally, and I will double down. Personally, in this case, I would death warp to beginning of Fire Sanctuary, save back in time, RBM the later statue, warp directly to end of Fire Sanctuary, because you can RBM the flag for having set the statue at the end of Fire Sanctuary.
I think if you're in, like, water pod room, the RBM still works if you save at that statue. So maybe that would be the point of no return. Is after that. Not too... I don't know, actually. Yeah,
because it is a very fast RBM. If I recall correctly, it's a statue check RBM, which is very, very quick. If you're unfamiliar with what a statue check RBM is, it's literally the flag that you need is having looked at a statue on Skyloft. So you literally just load into back in time, hit start, and then look at a statue. It's very fast. Although, I don't think we're gonna see that from Pride, because it's a bit of a niche RBM to know off the top of your head. And I'll be real, all the statue check RBMs start to blur together if you're not used to them. And there's 3 of them in Fire Sanctuary that do different things. Alright, what you got, Pride? We've already seen this and know it's bait. Yep. But hey! Bat 50! Alright. We have elected to die via a combination of bombs and BMOS. Oh, just BMOS now. Thanks, Thanks, Bimos.
Yeah.
I believe it's only 2 statues that are required to gang the boss key chest. It's Lower Academy and the Bazaar statue do 2 different flags that are both required to unlock the boss key chest without playing the minigame. You are only required to do the 2 to get it. I believe the 3rd one, the Upper Academy statue, if I'm correct, Upper Academy statue should be your getting the statuette back of Fire Sanctuary. I can check that. I have powers to do that. Make
The
sure
one
I'm
in
not
front of the
lying.
boss door?
Yeah.
Are we talking about the RBM? Sorry, I blanked out.
Yeah. We're talking about the statue RBM for statuette back of Fire
It's-
Sanctuary.
Isn't it?
Oh no, it's
getting
getting 5
the-
crystals
it's-
in Perot's house. Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's the crystals in Oriole's house.
I remembered wrong, and this is why you can tell that we don't use that RBM in Rando very often.
It's not very common, no.
I want to say I used it once in a co-op. Gotta love being... Actually, I don't think I used it. I think I did Fire Sanctuary and then just said, yeah, here's boss key, go to the end. Alright, we got a ping in Waterfruit Room. Oh, small key.
Yeah, this kind of sucks for David.
Yeah. Ooh. Froggo mean. Yeah, this is not a great position for him to be in because now Pride is going to be doing Fire Sanctuary. Pride, however, seems to be gearing up to do Fire Sanctuary backwards.
I'm a little
hopefully.
curious as to why David didn't just do what he could in Sandship because he entered it.
Yeah.
Because there's always a chance you can beat it.
Yeah. And typically, if you're gonna have to, like, force yourself to double-dip a dungeon, beating it while you're there is probably gonna be easiest. Unless it's Fire Sanctuary and you're looking at doing Girahim 2 with, like, Goddess Sword.
Oh, he paired Leaving the Dungeon with
Yeah,
Cloud
he
Basket.
did.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, unfortunately for Pride, this is a setup for Fire Sanctuary that really rewarded going forwards. So hopefully he'll grab. You can use the opening of the first chest as a commit. So hopefully he'll do that. So he at least has the boss key when he gets to the end, and then can beat the dungeon while going backwards, and then re-enter to get front half if he's committing to going backwards. But assumedly right now he's going to be doing rescuing the second trapped magma. Oh, nope, we're doing plats. We're doing plats. Oh, thank you, Ray, also for noting that Pride skipped the Triforce in Summit.
That's what I was worried about.
Didn't do fairies on the way.
That's what I was worried about with him hitting that statue.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
Alright, well...
He is getting the boss key, though. One of the benefits to using a chest as a commit is you do get what's in the chest. And he is also seemingly reserving his arrow count and not murdering these extra archers, because it is only the blue guy that matters.
I'm curious if when Pride pinged his rupees...
Oh, does he not know that there's rupees in there?
He does, but he, like, pinged it over various areas, so I'm curious what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
That could be the reason why he skipped it.
Hopefully he'll go back for it after he beats the dungeon. That does give David a little bit of leeway to catch up. That Pride, unfortunately, will not be go-moding Fire Sanctuary, which go-moding Fire Sanctuary also not quite as express mode as go-moding Sandship, but still strong because Fire Sanctuary has some slow checks. We'll see, is he going to RBM the second Trapped Magma? I gotta love those white boots.
If you're rooting for David, this is actually what you want to see. Is Pride delaying that Triforce. However, and also Pride doing back half first is also gonna just delay him finishing the seed. But that's just an unfortunate thing of, you know, if you're a person who does back half first every time, this is rando, that's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
On occasion, but
sometimes you're gonna get seeds where just everything you need is in back half. Sometimes you're gonna get seeds where everything you need is in front half. You kind of commit to dealing with that by making either choice. So, you know, that's it is what it is.
I was close. Alright. David making his way through, I would say he's about halfway through Fire Sanctuary right now. It's a very long dungeon, but...
yeah.
We are doing the second Trap Magma RBM.
We're doing, some of the same checks at the same time, though, in very different ways. That, it doesn't look like it, but, Pride is currently doing Rescuing Second Trapped Magma. And it seems like Bombable Wall was not pinging, so that's good for Pride, because while this trick does get you second Trap Magma Chest, it does not get you to Bombable Wall, and you would have to go back, which sucks. But delivering a barrel is typically faster than going all the way over there. And there we go. The other RBM that Pride was doing earlier was the Platts Chest RBM. Oh, it's Pride's time to shine. Using the slingshot. But the Platts Chest RBM is just going to spawn in the Platts Chest, so you can ping it from a distance, and you don't have to go over there if it's not pinging. Which is a nice little optimization. It seems back half is pretty dead, and David does not actually need anything from back half, but he's probably gonna go do it anyway, because again, he's still looking for his whip and the Tringle that's in Sandship. Meanwhile, Pride's going to be entering back half as well by going to do the bit warp. And now you can see why, if you're gonna do bit in Fire Sanctuary, it kind of becomes much more worthwhile to have that bit magic file, because what bit magic file would do is allow the gates in Upper and Lower Academy to be open, which would just save a tiny bit of time on each of these bit interactions where you have to get to the other side of the Academy gates. Alright. Pride is all set up to do the rest of the dungeon. Now just don't soft lock, please. Do not soft lock, please.
I do think that David is probably gonna lean on the fact that maybe Whip is just in sandship because David's almost full cleared this. Yeah, I'm hoping David realizes, because David's tracker right now, you guys can't see it on the restream, but we can see it on the commentary page, says 2 locations accessible, and those 2 are in sandship.
Yeah,
meaning
so I think
he has marked it off.
Yeah, he really forgot about that check, which is really unfortunate. Oh my commentary watch page is struggling. Hopefully it'll fix itself. Hopefully it'll fix itself. I like to continue to be able to commentate and not just be watching a still image, thanks. Oh! Important note about Fire Sanctuary. Sometimes doors aren't real. You can use them as doors, but you can also just walk through them and jump into the void. One benefit that Pride will have, though, is that Girahim 2, like all of the Girahim fights, is damage-based. So, while fighting him with Master Sword is not that bad, fighting him with True Master Sword is faster. So, Pride will have a bit of an upper hand in fighting Girahim as well. Oh, walls aren't real either. Lucky to miss the lava. Ooh. Pride's having a little bit of a scary health total. Hopefully everything's okay. Alright, well, I don't know if he knows that he can go get safety hearts by playing the harp here, but you can. Oh yeah, he does! We're getting safety hearts!
Yay!
This is a rare sight. You can get safety hearts by doing art on the goddess wall. Oh, we're not getting safety hearts, we're getting a safety fairy. Oh, that was bombs.
How is that a bomb? What?
How is that a bomb? Well, play careful, Pride, because, you got bombs! Okay, very nice. Picking up the hearts there. Dying after a bit warp is very bad because it sets your respawn location incorrectly and you respawn on Skyloft. But we're good. We're good.
Hylia thought differently about that. Yeah. Alright.
Sweet mother of Hylia!
Full cleared Fire Sanctuary. So... David is gonna realize that, yeah, he's going back right now. He's gonna be able to finish Sandship, then he's gonna realize that Whip is not there. And he knows where his last sword is. So, breathe, Mom, breathe. Shout out to Heidi. David is gonna realize that Whip is not there, so then he's gonna realize he missed something.
Oh, thank you, Ninty, for correcting me. If you save after you die, you're good. You just have to die again. It's only if you don't save and then reset. But sorry, my brain is tired today and is saying all the wrong things.
No worries.
And maybe didn't sleep a whole ton last night. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I didn't stay up playing Hanabi. That's so out of character for me. Momo, come to my aid here. I would never do that.
Oh, totally not.
Definitely not in a million years. Really good to take the safety save at the statue here, just because if you were to die, you would go back to the beginning of the dungeon, and if you don't check that statue, you don't have a quick way back. And then you get to do the RBM in Oriel and Pero's house. Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation for David. Hopefully, Pride also realizes that he hasn't checked that check and summit as well, because if not, that would be kind of equalizingly unfortunate. Equally unfortunate. Oh, Garakim 2 being characteristically rude. Garakim 2 is kind of an annoying fight to optimize just because his movement is like ridiculous and erratic, and sometimes the best thing to do is just attack him while he's just standing there, and sometimes you'll get punished for doing that. But there we go. Alright, David about to get his Tringle. And probably about to be a little bit confused. Because can you imagine if the seed was whip on beating Sandship?
Oh gosh, that would be awful. I mean, it's logical.
It could happen. And we are going right to do Tantalus. So we're in. So the last sword is currently whip locked on Skydive Chest. Is the sword that Pride has and David is looking for. But David has missed a very important whip. Oh, and Pride is going immediately back.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Pride is...
I think from his position, I probably would have gone and done front half of Fire Sanctuary first, but maybe he's gambling that? Who knows?
Considering that David didn't do back half first on Fire Sanctuary, I don't know how much comfort he has with Bit. You can do the same RBM that Pride just did with the barrels in Skippers to get your P-hat raised without the whip, but it's very annoying to commit unless you do it from the docks, and it's also just a very slow RBM. But if you miss track to check and you can't find whip, it probably is the best way to just finish it out.
Pride's gonna hit go here.
Yep. Pride is like a room away from go mode. This has been a doozy of a seed that you've rolled, Momo.
I'm sorry.
Whip
Whip was on
rescue caged robot.
Rescue
Rescue
cage
the
robot.
save robot. Alright, there's Pride's go mode. He is, it seems, warping to start. And then gonna go straight to Farron. Yeah, unfortunately, David actually went to Lanayru first with the materials to do Rescue Cage Robot because he had bombs, but it seems just checked off all in logic and forgot to actually do that check, which it is really, really rough, because it's marked as done on his tracker. So from his perspective, he's about to hit 0 checks in logic, which is never a fun position to be in. Never a good time. Pride is gonna go do his end game though. But Cube did get Tim. Pride, go get Tim. Go get Tim. It was hinted for you, Pride! I'm sorry,
Yeah, David got Tim, so who's the real winner?
Who's the real winner here? The answer is Tim. Tim wins. I'm on Tim's side. There's just no time for Tim. Oh, there's your mighty scatter shot for
Mighty
Pride.
scatter shots.
Alright, let's see how Girahim 3... Oh, Tantalus being nice to David on the final phase there, getting the quick Tantalus kill. Not having to do the arm workout. Also, if you'll excuse me while I real quick have to show some Pride support during the final gauntlet. Let's get some Blood Moon pogs up in here. Yeah, David is about to have a very confusing moment.
Yeah. That's really unfortunate.
Ooh.
Oh.
Pride got a void. That's not great, but it's not too bad. A lot less costly when you're not doing G3 escape. Alright. Time to see what David does. Going back to Sandship. What does he think he missed? Oh, do you think he thinks he missed ping Stern? That's not gonna be Stern though. That's Treasure Room that pinged. Alright, we're going to Lanayru.
Maybe he knows?
Pride's trying to do the Girahim 3 stun lock, which is a bit of a tight window. And it seems that Link did not want to engage in the up direction. So luckily, since we're doing this with True Master Sword, it's not too bad to skip the stun lock and just eat the time loss of doing it the regular way. The stun lock is a little bit unkind. It seems David is going over his notes on everything. We've rechecked hints. We're going back to skippers. Maybe we're doing the RBM? We might be doing the RBM.
I mean, at this point, yeah. because you
That's
know
what I
that's
would
your
do.
last item. No, that's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, we seem to be doing the RBM. So the most effective way to do this RBM is actually to do it from the docks.
Yeah, that way you don't have to die twice.
Yeah, because we do have to have a commit, and there are more commits at the docks than there are in this area, and you have to commit and then do a reload, and thus you have to go halfway up Skippers, do a commit. It's blowing up the... Oh, he might have already blown up
He's
the
already
rock.
blown up the rock, so he's gonna need to reload by dying.
Well, so no, he needs the commit still.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm not sure. Because he's already opened the chest. You could strike the goddess cube? Right? There's a goddess cube over there?
You can.
You strike the goddess cube. We figured it out. We figured it out. You strike the goddess cube.
I do think it's just easier to do from the harbor.
Yes. Ideally, what we would do in CubeDavid, by the way. Very nice.
GG's to Pride with the final time on race time of 1:49:33. A good time for a seed like this.
Yeah, oh god, this seed was so mean. So mean. But what you would do if you know beforehand that you're gonna have to do the RBM is use activating the boat in the harbor as your commit. But considering that's not available, what you would probably do would be make a bunch of enemies spawn in the harbor by entering a cave and then go back and then go into Sandsea. It seems we have runners in our waiting room.
We do. Alright, because I do believe that
that is a commit. There's also a goddess cube in there.
Alright.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let's talk over this incredibly confusing seed.
Oh, there we are. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
All that I have to say is that in the depths of It's So Over, I found there within me a glimmer of We're So Back.
Oh, this was a mean seed.
It was verifiably mean. Jesus, that was
I'm sorry.
something.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I want to ask one thing. Where was the whip?
It was rescue trap. Yeah, rescue caged robot.
Oh,
I
wow.
did that right before going to
Oh my!
Sans.
I forgot about. Oh my god! I hate myself. Ah!
So
No,
what
it's
happened
totally
was,
valid.
Pride, you went Lanayru first. David went
I did.
Farron. Okay.
Yes,
Also, Pride,
I thought that
we have
Farron
to
first
talk
would have been the
because
better.
You didn't
Sure,
grab
go on.
Tim, so you're in trouble.
I'm sorry that I didn't grab Tim. I thought about it, and then I was like, "It's a race. We gotta optimize here."
SMH.
I also thought
There's
about
SMH.
pulling out my bug net and grabbing a Tim in Lanayru.
That's not real, Tim.
That's not the
No.
same.
I know.
That would have been funny.
David did
Um,
grab Tim for us.
Well, then he actually won the race.
Though. Yeah. But so David, you had bomb bag when you first went to Lanayru.
Yeah.
And so you were able to pretty much full clear that.
Mhm.
And
But
then so
it didn't need bomb bag to full clear.
No, you did
Except
though,
for,
because
Caged
you
Robot.
needed caged robot to
That
get
is
that
true, yeah.
whip. It would have been a really strong position, David, if you had gone and done caged robot, because then you would have literally everything you would need and could have rushed Sandship and could
Mhm.
have been done with Sandsea and then gone back to go get your spiral charge from Farron and follow
Yeah.
the path to go do Fire Sanctuary. But unfortunate that that would have been a very clean route.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why, but I somehow forgot about Cage Robot, even though I grab it literally every time. Mainly because everything in Lanayru pinged that. Maybe I thought, or maybe I just simply forgot about it.
Oh, race nerves are real.
happens.
Can
Yeah.
we talk about my performance in Great Tree?
Yeah, you did fall a
Sometimes-
couple of
That
times.
sucked.
Sometimes
That was.
crazy is not fun.
I need to practice that lineup. Is what it is, because I was like, I'm not gonna do the jump down. I'm gonna take it safe, and then I did the drop down and then missed it because I didn't learn the drop down first.
Oh.
And then I finally got it after 3 falls. And I didn't have Gust Bellows, so I couldn't just give up and go the normal way up.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I had an inefficient sand ship. I got a little turned around, just a little flustered. Speaking of flustered, there was something where I got something and then immediately Fire Sanctuary. Oh baby.
I was
when-
so glad that you used the first chest as the commit because that let you finish Fire Sanctuary and re-enter instead of having to re-enter first and then
finish.
warp
Yeah.
to the bird statue to finish.
Yeah.
Which this was a forwards Fire Sanctuary if ever I've seen one, but you know, sometimes that's gonna happen.
Yeah. 100%. And then missing the pillar lineup twice. And then going into the missing the drawing a Triforce on the wall for fairies. I should have just gone for hearts.
Bombs!
Bombs! Oh no! And then going into double curse lizards with 1 heart. I was terrified.
When you were walking in with 1 heart, I was like, oh man, I wonder if Pride remembers that you can use the harp to get the safety hearts here. Is he gonna draw a heart? Oh, he's pulling out the harp. He's gonna draw a harp. He drew a Triforce. He drew bombs.
I drew bombs. I thought it was a pretty good Triforce, but you know what?
Pretty good Triforce.
The
Highly
bottom right was a
disagree.
little too.
Bottom right was a little close, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was terrifying. So I thought that I was losing 100%. But then I hit go mode, was like, oh, it's right there. I don't need to search Boko base. I don't need to do anything else because my next move, my thought was going to be hit the summit digging spot, go through Boko base again, and then on that pop out of the summit, check the rest of Fire Sanctuary. And I was like, that's stupid. I'm going to ping Fire Sanctuary first. And I'm so glad I did that. I'm very glad that I did that.
Yeah, no, you both played great.
Yeah.
You guys both diverged very quickly. Which was very interesting to watch and see the seed unfold. David, unfortunately though, when you found that Triforce in fire at the beginning of Fire Sanctuary, we knew that was Pride's go mode. But Pride, you didn't check the summit digging.
Yep.
And so when you went, like, we thought maybe you had forgotten about it, so we were just, this was a fun race to watch.
No, I pinged it.
I'm sorry, the seed was crap.
Yeah, on the walk up, because I was like, I've already got 2 bottles. I can't get into Fire Sanctuary. Like, I can't do anything in Fire Sanctuary, but I can get there. So I did go through Summit, pinged it, saw that it was not it wasn't a treasure or crystals, and went, well, I'm gonna come back for that. That was 100% my plan. It did. I can see how that would look very sketchy. That I just didn't do it. But yes, that was a wild ride. Anything else super notable? I mean, mitts were in kind of mean spots.
Yeah, agreed. I think one was at the end, like White Sword check on Thunderhead, and the other was in Pirate Stronghold on the
Yeah,
Ruby Sandy
100%.
check.
Was in the nose.
Yep.
Yep.
We were so glad that you realized you were dowsing for the wrong item there.
Yeah, I
was
noticed that when
hysterical.
when I hit
Yeah.
the
No.
second chest.
That
I was White Sword
Yeah.
dowsing for the Ruby Sandy checks in Pirate's Fortress and forgot to switch back from treasures to chests. I got very lucky that the second chest was actually a treasure, so I noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you leave that for a while, it can get scary and bad. And also,
Mhm.
shoutouts to committing to at the very end do the RBM to get your final sword.
At this point, I knew that there was an RBM. I've never done it, but at that point, I didn't think of grabbing the whip even more anymore. I just wanted to hit my to get my TMS on Skydive. Also, why is Skydive always go mode or like the go mode item?
Skydive is
The go
just
mode item.
always a sword.
Shoutouts to me after finishing Sandship and going through Sandsea and looking up the strats for the RBMs so that I could remember if I had the the RBMs right on my phone.
One hand playing Skyward Sword, the other one Googling, how do you play Skyward Sword?
Oh, 100%. That's the only way to play Skyward Sword. But yeah, I think that's about all for this seed in terms of notability.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you both did absolutely great. So, if there's no further comments, I can wrap things up here.
Yeah, I think we are all good.
Yeah, so shout out to our runners, TheKingsPride and CubeDavid. GG's to you both. Good luck in the rest of your matches. This will not be the last time that you will be restreamed. Don't worry about it. Shout out to our trackers, Jade Miniboo and Ray Storm Thunder. We could not do it without you. And shout out to the commentators, Pippi and Top Hat, and I guess shout out to myself, which feels weird. We are going to raid Zelda Speedruns main, where there is the first mini blins qualifier going on for the Wind Waker Randomizer, which is their equivalent of Remlits. So it's their beginner tournament. So we're going to go ahead and raid Zelda Speedruns. And while we are waiting for that, we have a couple other SSR races on the schedule. Later today, I believe at 7 p.m., we have Nindy versus Pippi in the Levias match.
Let's go.
And then on Tuesday at 3 p.m. ET, we have myself versus Pippi in Levias. And also on Tuesday at 6 p.m. ET, we have Cine versus Mirage. And so that's in the Farron group. So that's going to be what we have coming in the next couple days. And then other things might be scheduled. So just keep an eye out. All right.
All right,
That's
I'm gonna
going
go have a
be
panic
all for
attack and
today.
lose later.
That's going to be all for today. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.